Today on the channel, we march with the dead with the Undead Builder Pack from the Necronominus Mythic Legions wave.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Necronominus Wave of Mythic Legion unboxings, and this time we got the Undead Legion Builder Pack. But of course, for all your Mythic Legion needs and everything else under the sun, make sure you hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Yes, 15%, and this is part of the new Mythic Legion Necronominus Wave. I did get the all-in set, but these will be available at the Jay's Toys and Games of the world. And of course, like I said, 15% savings starting February 26th. So mark your calendars, depending when you're watching this video, of course. And of course, we're going to do this unboxing like we do all the other unboxings on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what's going on with this deluxe pack. And a lot of collectors, myself included, are thinking, man, maybe I should have bought multiples of this one because you can get the more translucent version, the more traditional zombie version, or why not both? Buy 5 of these and have a whole horde of zombies. Would be pretty cool. So have to dive into this one and maybe play a little of that long game and pick up another pack or 2 of these along the way. But we do get the big box on this one here, of course, deluxe builder pack right here, Mythic Legion logo down low. All kinds of heads, arms, everything else. Man, oh man, decisions going to need to be made on this one right here. Necronomicon over there. Do got the little blurb there. We'll read that. We'll find out, dare I say, once again, what all the fuss is about on the side there. And then on the back, you get the standard Legion blurb for the Necronominus Wave. But let's read about these Undead Builder Pack zombies. Sure, why not? The undead ranks of the congregation of Necronominus are made of more than just skeletons. The zombified remains of the freshly dead, the flesh still clinging to their bones, claw their way from behind the grave to march behind the Lord of Death. The restless spirits of the long deceased also fly forward, their ghostly bodies, given the power to animate suits of cast iron armor and wield weapons in their spectral hands. There is no peace in death for these souls, no rest beyond the grave, for they have returned, I should say, to Mythos as part of the undead army of Necronominus. So quite the set right there for sure. But we're going to pull them out of the package, and it looks like I'm going to have to get the old razor blade out, as we do got some tape on these packs. So we don't usually get tape on the littler packs, but these ones we have, these bigger packs here, the deluxe builder packs. And man, like I said, I'm kind of kicking myself not getting multiples of this one. Might have to pick up at least one more set of these. I guess we'll see what ends up happening there, because one thing we do know, these legions do get expensive, and if you're collecting more lines than just Mythic Legions, it gets even more expensive for you, and then it's also hard to get out of the package sometimes. There we go. We do got the instructions right here. Heat up your figures. Heat up those joints. Spider-Man style. See you later. Goodbye. Of course, plastic prison right there. Speaking of plastic prison, we got 2 plastic prisons with this one. Of course, got the figure and all the extra accessories of the body parts right there. And then, oh my gosh, hands for days, weapons for days, all kinds of stuff going on with this one. We're going to take him offline, though, get him out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things the Undead. All right, let's get down to business for the Undead Legion Builder here. And man, oh man, the more I play around, the more I move stuff around with this one, the more I want another one to display all the looks. But once again, it gets pricey in this Legion life, as we know. But let's dive in with the accessories, and there's a lot of accessories to go through. First thing is, you of course have the translucent skeleton. That's what comes out of the package. But you can turn him into a normal kind of zombie with the decaying flesh, things like that. And honestly, as much as I like translucent plastic, if I'm only going to have one of these in my collection, I'm leaning towards the undead zombie is what I'm leaning towards. But you do get the arms, the thighs, I should say, and the arms, of course the neck and the feet, so you can be ready to convert him or mix and match. You could be transitioning in between if you wanted to as well. We also get the hands here. You get splayed out hands, you get gripping hands, you get kind of crazy zombie hands, so you do get all those. And then on the other side of the fence for the translucent zombie, you get gripping hands out of the package, you get another set of gripping hands, you get the splayed out hands, you get all the usual hand suspects. So choose your own hand adventure. Once again, like I said, you could even mix and match if that is your thing. Very cool to get these as well, these chains, kind of these big handcuffs here. But you can see this guy being chained up, he dies on a wall somewhere, turns into a zombie, and he continues to be chained up. I do like that. I think that looks really, really cool here. Love this, and you could use this with other legions, even other toy lines if you really wanted to. So a nice accessory set with this one. You do get our usual strap. We see this with legions all the time, always with them to store some extra weapons, so we don't need to break that one down too much. Do get a little bib, is that what it's called? Bib over the top. You do have one of these. You got the kind of protector thing, like he's gonna have a helmet on. It's got the protector around the neck, but this is a little bit more minuscule one. So once again, choose your own adventure. If you're buying multiples of these packs, you can make them all different with the different effect pieces, the different accessories, different hands. You guys get the drill by now. 2 shoulder guards right here as well. Nice brown color, black straps on it. Plug into the back like usual. Use them, don't use them. Once again, as we've been saying in this video here. You do get some effect pieces here, the plug-in effect pieces. You can stick them in their mouth even of some of these translucent zombies, but kind of a smoke, kind of eerie effect piece right there, looking good. And speaking of that, you do got one that goes over. You pop the head off, slide this over the top, and it's like he's he's got some heat coming off him. It's a cold night or something like that, but it is some translucent effect piece there, looking very nice once again. Then you do get the backpack pieces here, I guess, to stick them in the backpack. You can put the shoulder guards into it. You can mix and match, do some other stuff. But you do get 2 of these. Then you do get the traditional one, which I'm never really sure what this piece is really for. But we do get those 3 pieces. We do get some weapons along the way. We also get some joint pieces as well. Clear, missed those along the way. And then we do get these weapons here, though. We do get this big old axe with a spear on it. Mine is a little bent and warped. Let me see here if I can straighten that out a little bit. Obviously, a little heat will help straighten it out, but mine's just a little bit bent. But you do got the spear on the end. You got kind of the sharp blade on the other end here, so you can have them wielding a weapon. Feels weird to me. I don't see zombies wielding weapons, but they could. You never know. It's a choose-your-own-adventure type thing. We do got the big old sword here. We've seen this before. Obviously, we've seen it plug into other stuff as well. And I guess you could probably plug it into here. Sure can, so you can mix and match your weapons, make this longer if you want to. Once again, choose that old weapon adventure with these. Always good to see that blade. And then we do got the big one here. Love this one. Big old mallet here. You're gonna just crush somebody with this club. I like that it's got, I don't know, I'm gonna pretend it's blood caked into it, but I guess it could be rust. I guess you could choose your own adventure there, but silver color looking very, very cool. Absolutely love a big club on here, but to me, for these guys, I'm really leaning towards not having weapons with them because I just don't see these people, the undead walking around, the dead walking around, the zombies walking around. I just don't see them wielding any weapons, but that could be just me once again. Dive into the figure now, and I will say the head out of the package to me is my least favorite head of the pack. It is an upper part of a skull here, but you're missing the lower jaw there. So makes sense. You've seen skulls before missing the lower jaw. It just doesn't have as much personality as maybe some of the others. But if I had 4 of these, I would definitely use this along the way. Diving into the other translucent head, this is more what I'm looking for as far as these goes. Full translucent head, mouth is open, of course, looking extra creepy. And what makes him really creepy is the white eyeballs in there. It's like they're just glazed over, like he's got a bad case of glaucoma or something. But definitely very cool. And if I'm going to use a translucent head, this is my first selection easily out of that one. Then we get the 2 more zombie-like heads here. We do get a traditional zombie missing a tooth here, but he's not missing his tongue. He's got his tongue still. You do get the white glazed over eyes once again. You get that bluish gray color throughout, which is really creepy with the zombie, of course. Very, very good there. And then the 3rd head, or I should say 4th head, I guess, technically. The jaw has been broken through. You know, you can see some stuff. You can see some skull jumping through on this one. The jaw down there, the skins all came out of there on the old mandible, just really decomposing and rotting away. So man, some very, very cool head sculpts on this one. There's no doubt about it. Now, diving into the articulation on the figure, of course, head is removable, neck piece is removable. So if you want to move it over to the more zombie-like, you can easily do that. Arms all the way around for us, of course. Single jointed elbow up and down, side to side as well. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. You do get this nice forearm bracer piece right here that every everything connects to. You do get the dumbbell joint in the stomach. Of course, we're used to that with our Legions. Got those big old splits if you need it. Look at that high stretch right there. How about that guy? Leg does go up, single jointed knee, side to side, ankles up and down, back and forth. Of course, ankles removable, foot removable if you want to switch it over once again. Then as far as protective gear on this one, he looks a little bit like a gladiator here. Maybe even a Bushido samurai, is that what it's called? But he's got kind of that samurai gear, especially in the skirt down here for protection. Got the big catcher's chest piece going up here like a young Johnny Bench back in the day is what it looks like. We talked about that protector around the neck, of course. You got the plug-ins in the back for the shoulder guards or those other pieces if you want to use those. You got the belt around the waist here looking very nice, and you can, of course, slide those weapons into the side if you want him holding them without holding them in his hands. But besides that, it is pretty much a standard figure. I think the beauty of this figure is the customizable nature. And for me, that always makes my head hurt a little bit because I'd rather just buy 4 different figures. But obviously, once again, it gets very, very pricey. But I think that's the charm in this one. It's not the standout figure from the set, I don't think. I think it's got to be the Necronominus. So far for me, we're almost done unboxing all these. I really like all the figures in this wave. For the most part, are pretty good. This one's just not as cool as maybe some of the others. But what makes this one cool is all the extra pieces that you could mix and match with some of your other characters. Maybe you got another Legion from the past. You're like, oh, wait a minute. I could use this over there for that. Just how creative do you want to be at the end of the day is really what it comes down to. But very, very solid on this one. Did forget, these are Johnny Bench shin guards. I know somebody was going to ask that. Yes, it is true. Johnny Bench, Cincinnati Reds legend. We won't hold that against him, but shout out to Johnny Bench once and for all right there. But very, very cool figure, no doubt about it. Very, very cool, and I have to imagine this is one of those ones a lot of people will be picking up multiples of, so he could end up being a little bit harder to find on the aftermarket. I guess we'll see what happens there. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%? Well, what do you know? It's like he was made to fit on that stand. He fits right there very easily. So there it is, the Undead Legion builder. Pretty cool for what it is, no doubt about it. Be interested to hear how you're going to display this guy. You going translucent? You going full-on zombie? Personally, I got to go full-on zombie. But man, if I get another one, I will go translucent. And if I get 2 more, I'm going to do the same thing. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over there on Patreon. Patreon, best way to support this YouTube channel and all the content it does bring. Appreciate the support over there. You can find me on TikTok as well as SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for another Legion unboxing, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.